It's the Trader Tip of the Week, and I'm Christopher Mullen with this week's Trader Tip. Now, if we jump right into the charts, you are going to be able to see probably what looks to be a pretty strong looking chart pattern for silver. I know a lot of us are following the precious metals market. It's been out of favor for over a year. It's on the early stages of potentially starting to become a market leader later this year or early next year. But first, we've got to find a bottom in the precious metal sector. And if we take a look at silver here, we've got the daily chart on the right-hand side. Obviously, it's in a downtrend. It's below the key moving averages, which is the 50-day and the 20-day. And recently, we've seen a very strong rally. It's busted through both of those resistance areas. And now it's come up and has tested these highs that we saw back over here in September. And it's been pulling back in what looks to be a bull flag pattern. This is a very strong chart pattern. It's settling into both the 50 and the 20-day moving averages. This is a bull flag pattern. It means it's a halfway point potentially for the next rally to the upside. And we can use technical analysis. We can use a Fibonacci extension tool to get an idea of where that upside resistance is going to be, or the upside target. So we take the low to the high and we go to this most recent low, which happens to be the 20 and the 50-day moving average. And we just kind of carry that forward. And we can see there is potential up to $27 and around 13 or 20 cents, somewhere in there, to the upside in silver. Now, if we were to look at where we are right today to where that upside target is, it's roughly about 13% to the upside for silver. And that, based on this pattern, it's built a bull flag in the past 1 month. If we get some traction here, we could see this happen going into year end. November, December, we could go up and hit that target. And of course, that would break a nice significant resistance level right across this chart here from the September highs. It would also break through another previous pivot high and potentially even a third previous pivot high. Once it's broken two of those, generally you're in a very strong uptrend. So it's very close to starting a big run. Now, if we were to zoom into the 30-minute chart here, you can see this is 30-minute regular trading hours. It's been in a downtrend under the 50 and the 20-day moving average. But if we zoom in, you can see how this trend has started to shift gears. It's gone into neutral. It's got above the 50 and the 20-day moving average. And it settled down last week into this lime green zone, which means it's an oversold territory for silver. It means it's actually pulled back really far in a short period of time where buyers are likely to step back in. It also happens to be at the 50 and 20-day moving average. And we've seen a little bounce at this point from here. And so this is that bull flag pattern that we've been looking at. We just drew on the daily chart. We go from the low to this high and down to this low. And if we were just squish this chart down, you'll be able to see there's that upside target, $27 and 20 cents. So from where we are, we bring it all the way up to this level here. You can see it's roughly a 13% move based on this nice bull flag pattern. So that gives you the same pattern in two different time frames that point to the same direction in how it got oversold at support last week, and it's just starting to move up. Again, we need to see a break of $25 an ounce, which is a previous high from back on the chart over here that we had talked about on the other chart. And if it can break through that, we're off to the races for a pretty significant rally and I think a major trend change in the precious metals market. Anyways, I'm Christopher Mullen with your Trader Tip of the Week from thetechnicaltraders.com.